So do I. Thank you for inviting the Orlando Ribbon Project here to the GLBTQ Florida Caucus. Our main goal is to spread love and hope all over the world and the memory of the 49 innocent victims at the Pulse nightclub who were brutally murdered. The Orlando Ribbon Project started the day of the Pulse shooting here in Orlando. My husband, Timothy Vargas, was the president of the board of directors for the GLBTQ Center here in Orlando. It was a very difficult time for the Pulse family. Orlando had a very dark cloud over it, and it was a very sad time for everyone. But to Orlando, the love came. I, being the first lady of the center at the time, said to myself, WWMD, what would Michelle do? You know who I'm talking about, don't you? Okay, yes, Mrs. Obama. What she would do is she would gather her friends and she would do something poignant, make a difference, no matter how small that difference is. We just needed to do something. So that's what I did. As I was bawling on the phone with my dad, who is one of my heroes, he was a police officer for 30 years and would do anything for anyone. One bit of advice he gave to me as a child was, if you don't know what to do, just do something. So that's what I did. I went to the craft store, duh, because that's what I do, and I found some rainbow ribbon, and as I was talking to my dad, an idea came, because whenever he came home from work with a badge, his badge had a black swatch on it. It meant somebody near and dear to him had died. So then I also took some black ribbon and created the swatch. The Orlando Ribbon Project was born that day, and we are now well over 1 million ribbons all over the world. As the rainbow is our badge in the GLBTQ community, it served a purpose, and it still serves a purpose. I started to make ribbons for the volunteers and the employees of the center, but as people would come in to the center to drop off donations of food and gift cards, support, or services, I would quickly make them a ribbon, and so would our friend Margot. She was by my side making ribbons, and I will never forget you for that. We gave them to people as a thank you. Thank you for thinking of the 49. Since then, I have sent them anywhere there has been a mass shooting to show solidarity, that they're not alone. Orlando is with you. I learned that from a meeting that we had at the center with some of the Boston bombing survivors, the runners who were in the Boston Marathon. They came down and they spoke with us at the center, and it struck me. This is what we need to do. We need to just support each other. And we supported each other with hugs and lots of tears. Since then, I have sent ribbons to Texas, Las Vegas, Istanbul, Turkey, Parkland, Florida, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Thousand Oaks, California, and the list goes on and on. They are on every continent except Antarctica, and the penguins are pissed, okay? But no fear. I got a message just yesterday from some friends that work at SeaWorld, and they are actually going to take some selfies with penguins with the ribbons. So I can finally say they are on every continent. And that makes my heart very happy. They are also in every state. I have personally mailed ribbons, packages after packages of ribbons, to people who wanted to support the love for the 49. And they're also in 80 countries. We all know in Orlando that everything takes time. For God's sake, just look at our highway. But the Orlando Ribbon Project is making a difference. Thank you to the people who believe in the power of positivity, love, and hope. I never stopped making the ribbons except for one point, after I hit the 1 million. Someone said, "Are you going to still make them?" And I said, "No, I'm going to stop." But I had to start again because I had a hole in my heart. I couldn't stop. I had to continue. So I'm happy to say, as of today, we are at 1,006,000 ribbons and counting. I made the 1 millionth ribbon on October 12, 2019 on the Lake Eola stage at Orlando Pride Celebration. I dedicated the 1 millionth ribbon to one of my mentors, that same person who I talked about in the beginning, Michelle Obama. I am very proud to say that I have been invited to meet with Michelle Obama and pin the 1 million ribbon directly on her lapel. So Michelle, get your lapel ready, because here it comes. It's happening in May, and I couldn't be prouder. Side note, I am not a survivor of the Pulse massacre. I am just a man, a gay man, a very proud gay man that has a very big heart right here on my sleeve. I did know 12 of those killed at the Pulse nightclub. I knew them professionally and I knew them personally. One thing we do have to do in this extremely crazy time is just love each other. Sometimes that's all it takes, is just a little bit of love. We all must learn to get along somehow in some way. And if I can help by making ribbons that make people ask questions, what is that ribbon for? Then my job is done. It will make the world a better place, as small as it seems. It's just a ribbon to some people, but to me, it's my heart. I will make Orlando ribbons until my fingers fall off if I have to. It's got to change. We have to change. We have to love each other. I'm the ribbon maker, and I approve this message. In each of your swag bags, you've all received a fabric ribbon that has been made by either myself or one of my extremely helpful volunteers, because I couldn't do it by myself. 53 seconds, okay. Do me a favor later. Follow us on Twitter. It's at Orlando Ribbons. Simple. Take a selfie of yourself and your friends wearing the ribbons and say something positive, because with positivity comes change. Thank you. This is the actual 1 million ribbon.